Rose Namajunas versus Zhang Weili 2 takes place this weekend in the co-main event of UFC 268, Usman versus Covington 2, and I can't wait for this rematch. It's been such a long time in the making. Everyone was asking for this rematch every single day after the end of that first fight. People were flooding the Instagram comment sections with, "We need to see a rematch immediately." The YouTube comment sections of every single UFC post since the day that first fight happened has been spammed with every single top comment. You can go back and check. "We need to see a Rose Namajunas versus Zhang Weili rematch immediately." I don't even want to say we were asking for this rematch. We were begging for this rematch, okay? I have been frothing at the mouth to finally see this fight again because that first fight was just so competitive. I needed to see it ran back immediately. This is the most deserving title fight rematch I've ever seen in my entire life. This is what rematches are all about, okay? These are the real rematches of the sport. Immediately, right after the first one, because it was just so close in that fight. Like, there's really no telling who would have actually won. Like, it could go this way, it could go that way. Well, if you score Zhang Weili's head bouncing off the canvas for Zhang Weili, then it could go to her. But if you score that to Rose Namajunas, it's one of those opinion-based judging matches, but we're going to get to see it again, thank God, because it all just depends on how you score things, you know? If you count, like, the amount of snores that Zhang Weili let out before finally coming back conscious, she could be up like 3-0 against Rose Namajunas. I didn't hear Rose Namajunas snore once in that fight with Zhang Weili. Really, really competitive. Can't wait for this one. Finally, it's here. The UFC caved in. I actually believe they had Carla Esparza, who should have been the next person to get a title shot in the UFC women's strawweight division. She has a win over Rose Namajunas. She is a former champion. She's the only champion at strawweight that Rose Namajunas has not defeated. It would be perfect legacy to have Rose Namajunas fight the person who beat her before and the only UFC strawweight champion that she does not have a win over, and perfect Rose Namajunas' legacy as the greatest strawweight of all time. But no, Dana White actually did bring in Carla Esparza for the next title fight, but as she came into the room and sat down at the negotiation table, they were conversating over whether or not they should make the fight. Rose Namajunas was there as well, and then all of a sudden someone came in from outside of the room and told Dana White, "You got to see this. We've done a live stream." Every single comment is begging for this rematch. And just there and then, with all of the comments flooding through, begging for the Zhang Weili versus Rose Namajunas rematch, they had to cave in and give us what we wanted. And finally, the people get what they deserve. Zhang Weili versus Rose Namajunas 2. Rose is going to win again, because she KO'd Zhang Weili in the first round the first time. And Zhang's coming off of that loss. That was the last fight that they both had. And it's going to happen again. I don't think it will happen immediately in the first round again. I'm sure maybe they'll be a bit more patient this time. Of course, remember before, Rose Namajunas came out there and KO'd Joanna Jędrzejczyk in the first round, and then she went to a decision afterwards. So, this could be a decision. I don't believe it's going to be a decision. In all honesty, I think this is going to be another finish for Rose Namajunas. I'm going to call a rear naked choke, and I like the fact that in her interview leading up to fight week, she said, "I'm going to knock her down and choke her out." That displays the game plan that I'm looking for here. I do believe she's going to knock down Zhang Weili or hurt her at one moment and then get a takedown, end up on top, maybe wobble her and she just falls over after a kick gets blocked or something like that. Rose Namajunas pounces on her, gets the rear naked choke. I do see Rose Namajunas winning this one by rear naked choke in the first round, I'm going to say. No, I'm going to say in the second round. Zhang Weili might edge the first round because she was outstriking Rose Namajunas before eventually getting completely snooze-moded on the fucking canvas immediately. She was doing quite good. Actually, she was winning the fight. So let's go over the stats right now. I believe she was up, 7-0 before the end of that fight. I don't think Rose Namajunas landed a punch. Zhang Weili landed one punch and about 5 leg kicks, I guess. 6 leg kicks on the legs of Rose Namajunas. And then Rose just got it done with a big head kick in the first round. It can happen again this time. Rose Namajunas seems to be the only women's strawweight fighter who can KO other people. I don't know why that is, but she just seems to be able to do it. She doesn't even swing particularly hard, in all honesty. She doesn't even look like she has some ungodly power. Like, Zhang Weili is the girl that looks like she has ungodly power when she uncorks these punches. But Rose Namajunas might just have big hands or something, because I don't know, she just seems to swing with little effort, and sometimes these strawweights go down, so the KO ability is in Rose Namajunas' favour here. The submission ability is in Rose Namajunas' favour here. The decision ability is maybe in Zhang Weili's favour, but I think if you count up all of the things that are going on when you go into this fight, Zhang Weili, coming off her first KO loss of her entire career, she's never been KO'd before. That's the first time it happened to her. Now she's got to fight the same girl again immediately afterwards. Rose Namajunas is going to have all the confidence in the world to go out there and do it again. She's fought in front of a crowd before. They're going to be a nice crowd to her. They're going to cheer her as she comes out because everyone simps in America for Rose Namajunas. So they're all going to cheer Rose Namajunas when she comes out. All going to be on her side. She's going to love the whole moment. She's going to build off the whole moment. Zhang Weili walks out. They're all going to boo her again because guess what? They want Rose Namajunas to win. And Zhang Weili said, if people boo me, it affects me really badly, and that's why I lost. So, anyone who's got their money on Rose Namajunas in the crowd, which I think a lot of people are going to have money on Rose Namajunas in the crowd because she's fucking evens. She's not even a favourite, despite finishing Zhang Weili in the first round. Weird, maybe trying to know something that we don't. You know what I'm saying? But, I don't know. They're going to have money on Rose Namajunas. And they're going to be cheering for her and booing Zhang Weili. And I don't see how Zhang Weili's going to take this one. I think she's going to be unconfident. She's going to be hesitant. I think Rose might start to outland her in moments. Maybe Zhang Weili lands more leg kicks than Rose Namajunas lands jabs or something like that in the first round. Then out of nowhere, Rose Namajunas catches her with something, goes for a takedown, gets the takedown. Zhang Weili pops back up to her feet to try and get back up. All of a sudden, Rose Namajunas is on the back with the body lock cinched in. Fighting hands, looking for the rear naked. I can see a standing rear naked choke in the second round for Rose Namajunas. Zhang Weili not tapping and just slowly falling forwards on her face to end the fight off. Rose Namajunas is the world champion still in the strawweight division, and I would argue, if she could please fight Carla Esparza next, she could be the greatest strawweight of all time over Joanna Jędrzejczyk. She's beaten her twice, but I actually thought Joanna Jędrzejczyk won the rematch against Rose Namajunas. No one else does. For some reason. I don't know why no one else shares that opinion. I thought it was fucking clear. 24-21 round 1 Jędrzejczyk. 25-20 round 2 Jędrzejczyk. These are significant strikes at range, by the way. 30-19 for Joanna Jędrzejczyk in round 3. 38-22 in round 4 for Joanna Jędrzejczyk. And 28-23 in round 5. But Rose gets her fucking hand raised. And everyone's... Not only does she get her fucking hand raised, she gets her hand raised 4-1. And no one has any problem with it. Wonder why. Probably because they want to fuck her secretly. Which is weird because with a shaved head, hitting it from the back is going to basically be hitting it against a fucking 12-year-old boy. She's got a shaved head. She needs to grow the hair back immediately. Looking forward to it though. We'll see how it goes. I reckon Rose Namajunas has got this one in the bag. But yeah, what else is there to talk about here? Nothing's happened since the first fight. That's the whole point of predicting rematches. Who's made the improvements? But there is none. There's no real fight to digest and break down. This is why I was fucking putting off making this prediction video. There's no real fight to break down in the first fight. They've done nothing since then, and here we are again. I don't understand. But, Rose has got this one. She's got a grappling advantage. She's got a power advantage on the feet. She's going to have a mental advantage going into the cage. I get it. Zhang Weili shaved her head and raised her lesbian points, which is huge in MMA. Huge in MMA. The more lesbian you are, the higher you are to the top of the division. I mean, look at some of the top fighters right now. Rose Namajunas shaved her head. Not lesbian, but she's tricking the MMA gods to thinking that she is. Jessica Andrade, one of the top fighters. Zhang Weili, never seen her with a male. I'm not trying to say anything, but maybe along that line as well. Shaved her head, of course. Amanda Nunes, of course. Her name is literally Amanda. I mean, the higher lesbian points you have, the more successful you seem to be at MMA. Never seen Shevchenko with a male counterpart. Just going to point that one out as well. Yeah, I get it, Zhang Weili. You're trying to trick the MMA gods. Oh, hang on. She looks less female. Give her the win. I don't think that's going to be how it works because Rose has more of a shaved head than Zhang Weili. Zhang Weili has shaved her head, but she's not gone all the way to bald-headedness. And that tells me one thing. Weird head shape. If you're going to shave your head, to make it short hair, you're not just going down to a couple of inches of length. You know what I mean? You're going to go all the way, or you're not going to start shaving it at all. Weird head. Why am I talking about a head shape? Oh, let's fucking talk about Shane Burgos, Billy Quarantillo. There's nothing to fucking discuss here. Like, why the fuck is this fight happening, you know? Where's my fucking drumstick? I had a fucking drumstick here saved from fucking Halloween and it's gone. Oh no, there it is. Okay, cool. We're good. I'm recording a fucking video, okay? Right, Billy Quarantillo. I don't know what to do. What the fuck do you want me to do, guys, making these fucking videos sometimes? What do? It's 2 a.m. Okay? It's 2 a.m. I'm going to go live after this until about 4 a.m. to break down that. She's got a reach advantage. Oh my god. Okay, let's spend a couple of minutes talking about this. If you count up in millimeters, I think it reaches about. We're just counting the millimeters of reach difference we're in. We're going to transfer over into different measurements, into inches. Exchange rate, of course, to change over into millimeters and centimeters into inches. Pay the exchange rate fee. She's got a 2-inch reach advantage over Weili Zhang in this fight, and that's going to be a huge deal, in all honesty. In a fight where both girls are pretty similarly skilled, and Namajunas has the power advantage, and she's bigger, and she's better, and she's got a reach advantage, I'm not picking Zhang Weili. Now, I do understand maybe picking a Zhang Weili bet here. Not a bet. I understand maybe picking Zhang Weili to win. I do not understand picking Zhang Weili to win in this rematch when she's a fucking favourite. Okay? I don't understand that whatsoever. If she was a big underdog, like 2-1, I'd be like, those odds really don't represent how close this fight could be in certain situations. Maybe I'll go with Zhang Weili as a massive underdog. But even then, I wouldn't pick her because she's coming off a KO loss. And I tell you this, at women's strawweight, you're getting KO'd. It's time for your career to be done, Ski. You know what I mean? Rose Namajunas had to get slammed on her head to be KO'd. Okay? When you start getting chinned at women's strawweight, not good. You're going to get hit a lot in fights. They're really fast down there. So you're going to get hit fast, and you're going to get hit frequently. You need to have that chin intact. And seeing her sink to the canvas in that last fight, it worries me. It's like when you saw Joseph Benavidez get KO'd at flyweight. It was like, that chin's going to be a problem moving forward. I'm picking Figueiredo against him. What do you know? He gets absolutely molested in front of Megan Figueiredo after that fucking fight. But, good matchup. Picked Zhang Weili last time. I was wrong. She might beat Rose, but I don't think she does. Rose is fucking big, you know. Something people don't really consider for the strawweight division. She's actually a fucking huge woman for the strawweight division. I think she could move up to flyweight, but it's too bad. She's conveniently really good friends with Shevchenko and doesn't want to break that relationship. Oh yeah, I bet. Don't want to fight Shevchenko. But I would like to see her move up. So let's do this one. If she wins this one, immediate turnaround, please, in like February or March on another pay-per-view card against Carla Esparza, who she said she wants to fight anyway, rather than Zhang Weili. Maybe she's overlooking Zhang Weili. What the fuck? Who cares? And then after that, move up, please. Because Shevchenko's beaten fucking... Listen, Sean O'Malley. Oh my god, here we go. This is where the video's taking us. Sean O'Malley gets called a can crusher for taking on 21-3 Howley Pava, who was number 15 at the time of signing that fight. Okay? Shevchenko gets called a goat for beating Lauren fucking Murphy, who didn't even beat Joanne Calderwood and didn't even beat Andrea Lee. But lucky Murphy gets the fucking decision wins. Pathetic, honestly. But hopefully Rose can improve her GOAT championship record of 11-4 to about 12-4. We'll see how that one goes, though. What a quality record that is. Not one you'd even see on Contender Series in certain situations, but my god, that record. And to be fair to Rose Namajunas, she's fought the best in the world since the very beginning. And one more thing I can say to milk out the time of this fucking video. She's younger. She's still 29 and she's got until June until she's 30, so Yeah. She got time, and she's improving. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Click that button up there. Toodle pip. I'll see you later. Goodbye.